all about Prometheus and Io. One day, while Prometheus was serving his punishment for his kindness towards man, he had a strange visitor. The visitor looked like a cow but had the voice of a girl who seems mad with misery. As the visitor Io approached, Prometheus recognized the visitor. He knew her story and spoke her name. When Io found out that the person chained to a rock with unbreakable adamantine chains was Prometheus, they started to talk to each other. Prometheus told to Io his story, and Io told him why she once a princess and a happy girl was turned into a cow by Zeus. There is a saying that it is more okay to open up on what we are going through to someone we don't know, because there is no judgment, but instead they would listen, understand your perspective, and give you some advice rather than being criticized. After Zeus fell in love with Io, Hera grew jealous. When Hera found out about their relationship, Zeus tried to hide himself and Io by wrapping a cloud around the earth. He hoped that this cloud would be so thick that it would leave the place in darkness. But Hera knew why this odd occurrence was happening. As Hera called off the cloud, Zeus quickly transformed Io into a white heifer, or a young female cow that has not had a calf. He claimed that the cow had been born from the earth. Hera did not believe this, and she made Zeus give the cow to her. Zeus reluctantly handed Io in the form of cow to Hera, who had planned to keep her away from Zeus. She handed Io into the charge of Argus. Since he had 100 eyes, he was able to sleep with some of his eyes and guard Io with the rest. Zeus, unable to withstand Io's misery, told Hermes to kill Argus. Hermes, knowing of Argus' abilities, bored Argus with stories and music. When Argus' eyes finally all fell asleep, Hermes killed him, but not before Hera took his eyes and placed them on her favorite bird, the peacock. Io thought she was free, but once again, Hera sent a gadfly to drive Io into madness. Prometheus tried to comfort her, but he could point her only to the distant future. What lay immediately before her was a still more wandering and fearsome lands. To be sure, the part of the sea she first ran along in her frenzy would be called Ionian after her. And the Bosporus, which means the fort of the cow, would preserve the memory of when she went through. But her real consolation must be that at long last she would reach the Nile, where Zeus would restore her to her human form. She would bear him a son named Epaphus and live forever after happy and honored. Io's descendant would be Hercules, greatest of the heroes, than whom hardly the gods were greater, and to whom Prometheus would owe his freedom. Additionally, Prometheus was a Titan god whom helped the Olympians during the Titan War. He helped create man during the time. Prometheus ended up loving humanity that when Zeus took away fire, he actually got it back for them. Sadly, Prometheus was punished by Zeus for this act. He was chained to a rock where an eagle would come and eat his liver every time it grew back. He would not be freed unless a god was willing to die for him, or someone kills the eagle and unchains him. Prometheus saw that as hope and continued to wait until the day that came of his release. Eventually, Chiron, since Thor agreed to die from him, and Heracles killed the eagle and unbound him. All in all, Prometheus and Io myth from Greek mythology tells the audience to never give up on the good and to always look ahead. We listener or reader can use these morals in our own struggles if we take them into considerations. In these terrible circumstances, mankind constantly seek out hope and a message. This story teaches us to remain optimistic in the face of adversity because there is always light at the end of the tunnel.